It's bananas.
Really?
The street is filled. There's not another religion
That would do that.
that would do that. They are so much more devout
Yeah.
in their belief. How many great fighters are like devout Muslims? It's one of the most popular religions in the world, but it's a religion that embraces discipline. You go through Ramadan, you're not eating all day, you're not drinking any water all day. That belief system helps people, keeps them disciplined, keeps them on a good path. Also, like, how beautiful is that? If you go there, you probably really believe. It probably, even if it wasn't true, would have that effect on you, just psychologically, going to this incredible
with
location.
All these people,
with all these people, and everybody's peaceful.
Alhamdulillah, I know you got this, they don't like this. Alhamdulillah, tomorrow night I'm gonna smash your boy, guys.
Hello everyone, welcome again. In this video I've got a couple of interesting clips for you to look at and for us to react to together. Well, I'm reacting to them. You guys tell me what you think too in the comments down below. So I have come across a clip of Joe Rogan speaking to Matthew McConaughey, the famous Hollywood actor.
The 10 Commandments in the schools. What do you think about that?
I don't like it.
Why?
I think mandating it in classrooms in public schools, the problem with that is, like, what about the Muslims? What about all the other religions that exist? Like, and you could say,
does
oh, well,
it
this
have
is a
to
Christian
exclude
society.
those, though? Can it say,
okay, well,
this
then
is
you're
a
going to have
Christian
a
society?
wall of religious texts
But
in
what about,
your high school.
Since Christian society, 10 Commandments, but we have 10 minutes where everyone can take 10 minutes to bow to Allah, to whatever your religion is. If you care to partake or not, there's no exclusion about what can be a spiritual time of worship in these 10 minutes. But in our classroom, in America, we're going to have the 10 Commandments. Now, my question then goes to this. Is there anyone in the 10 Commandments that you or anyone disagrees with? Or is your problem that it can be considered an oppressive author?
If you want to have some classes in schools where you teach people about the benefits of the Bible and what the overall message is and what Jesus was trying to say, and if you just follow what Jesus said, no one would disagree. If you treat everyone as if it's your brother, if you live your life the way Jesus asked everyone, that's a way better way to live life. Like, you could, if you want to teach that,
that's a selfish way to live life.
But
in the way
that
we were defining selfish.
That also want to live a good life, but they want to do it through Islam. Like, you're going to be religiously bigoted if you teach only one. If you're only, like, you think people would be cool if they had entire public school systems where everybody just taught Islam? Could you imagine if a full city, like every public school, people would be up in arms? Well, I think that's similar response to people who are not Christians, who see Christianity being imposed on public schools. They probably have the same feeling. Like, if you're a Muslim and you're supposed to send your kids to school and they're shoving Christianity in his face, you'd probably feel the same way as if you were a Christian and your school district had been taken over by Islam. You're like, Jesus Christ, everybody has to bow 5 times a day?
What if there were tenets on the wall of each religion? When I'm saying, when you look at the commandments, is there anything that anyone out there is going like, I disagree with that one?
The 10 Commandments are a sect of, what are they?
Principles of
You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image.
False
Don't
idol.
worship false idols. You shall not make the name of the Lord your God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor your father and mother. That's a solid one. You shall not murder. Great advice. Okay. You shall not commit adultery. Definitely don't do that. Solid. You shall not steal. Definitely don't do that. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor.
Ooh,
don't lie.
Yeah.
You shall not covet.
Yeah. Boy.
Those are all pretty solid.
Covet. We can use number 10 a lot right now. Boy, we love comparison.
It seems like McConaughey is a Christian who takes his religion seriously, and of course that's respectable. But anyways, he was suggesting for them to implement like some kind of Christian symbolism, like the 10 Commandments in the classrooms to remind the students of their faith. And Joe Rogan was arguing against it because, of course, Joe Rogan believes in a secular society and he doesn't want religion pushed on people. Watching his show for years now, I know that he doesn't hate religion and he thinks it has benefits, but he also doesn't want it like in the public life or pushed onto other people. So Joe Rogan was telling him that, what about the Muslims? What about somebody else who wanna practice their own faith, and that if Muslims tried to do the same thing, that people would be freaking out. And he's not wrong, and Joe Rogan would be one of them, because the frustrating thing about Joe Rogan, even though sometimes he comes out and says some positive things about Muslims and Islam, since he's involved with MMA and a lot of the top MMA fighters are practicing religious Muslims, so he does have some respect for Islam, but also at the same time he's fallen prey to the exact same propaganda that so many people fell prey to, which is the Muslim boogeyman.
The ultimate one is Sharia law, right?
Right.
The ultimate one is bring in as many Muslims as you can. Let them gather up steam. Let them
Yes.
build up an alliance.
Yeah.
Let a bunch of like really fucking stupid, wacky leftists go along with this.
And then you
not
pray.
knowing that
Yeah.
religion is counter to everything you stand
believe
for.
in, yeah.
Everything you stand for as far as women's rights, gay rights, like
So
all
I
across
think,
religious
by the way,
freedom.
I think you're right.
So in one breath he defends Muslim, but in another he starts talking about these extremist Muslims who want to implement Sharia law in the West. And this whole subject is so funny and ridiculous for a couple of reasons. One, like the use of this expression Sharia law, as a Muslim who's born in a Muslim country and who learned his faith like since a very young age at home, in school. I've never heard of this exact term Sharia law, like with the word law at the end. And when I thought about it, I realized that it was done deliberately. These people use this exact term Sharia law to make people think this thing will replace your laws. And sadly it is working, because even for somebody like Joe Rogan, who's usually a critical thinker, he bought into that. And instead of focusing on the group that's actually now currently owning US politics, markets, businesses, law, education in the US, he doesn't have the same courage in speaking about them. But this supposed boogeyman, this supposed danger that's coming in the future of these Muslims wanting to take over and implement Sharia law in your land, that has been going on. Like these people have been going on about it for decades, and it didn't come. Like they give energy to something that's not even there, but they leave something so obvious that now currently everyone knows about, which is one small group in control of everything in your country. So in my opinion, I think Islam is being used as a scapegoat, like to take attention from what these people are doing and create like a scarecrow, like straw man. So people focus on that instead of paying attention to what's actually happening.